The match against Athletic felt like a celebration, and honestly, that is exactly what it was. From the first minute to the last, the team came back to the renovated Spotify Camp Nou and played like the stadium itself gave them extra energy. The club pushed hard to make this return possible, and the players responded with a great performance. Today, the focus is on how Hansi Flick's Barcelona controlled this game, what changed, and why these changes might already be worrying opponents. Hi CULES! A small request before we continue. Likes help this channel grow more than anything else. It takes a second, but it means a lot. Thank you. Now let's begin. Before the match, the news wasn't great. Pedri didn't manage to recover in time, and that was something expected, but Marcus Rashford's sudden illness came out of nowhere. So the team went into the game without some of the key players. Pedri, Rashford, Gavi, Ter Stegen, and Frenkie de Jong, who was suspended after the red card in Vigo. It was a personal crisis, and Flick handled it well. While people were guessing who he would place in central defense and midfield, he already had the solution prepared. When the lineup came out, it was kind of shocking to see Martin and Alejandro Balde starting together, which meant that the summer experiment of turning Martin into a left-sided center-back was finally happening. His partner in central defense was Pau Cubarsí. Eric García played as a pivot, and it's something we could expect since Bernal is not yet 100% ready, and Casado returned only a day before the match. Eric was supported in midfield by Dani Olmo and Fermín López. Olmo once again tried to play the Pedro role, while Fermín's role became the biggest surprise of all. The front three was Lamine, Lewandowski and Ferran, and that trio alone was enough to give Ernesto Valverde a very long night. Barcelona pushed from the first minutes and scored early. The opener came from pure intensity. Martin and Eric Garcia pressed at the perfect moment and forced Bilbao into a mistake. Once the ball reached Robert, he showed exactly why he has spent his entire career scoring goals. He nudged the ball past the defender and hit it with his left before Unai Simon even had the time to react properly. And there was something fitting about it. After 909 days away from Spotify Camp Nou, the first goal in the rebuilt stadium came from the captain. Yes, Lewandowski wore the armband that night. There is something else worth pointing out. 8 Barcelona players were inside the opponent's final third, and the whole counterattack took only a few seconds. This is the clearest example of what a high defensive line can give when it's done right. 4 seconds passed between winning the ball and finishing the move. Here's another important observation, both against Celta and now against Athletic. Flick has been testing a new pressing concept, the one where the team itself decides when to attack the opponent in possession. The result was a clean sheet. That's not only thanks to Joan Garcia returning, but also because of this very aspect of the game. It's crucial. It shows that Flick's Barcelona is learning and adjusting. There was also something interesting about how Fermín and Olmo played. This wasn't the usual 4-2-3-1 with López behind the striker and Olmo next to Eric. It looked much more like a 4-1-2-3 with Fermín and Olmo playing as interiors. And they handled that role impressively well. The right side also stood out. Fermín drifted inside, Lamine stretched the play wide, and Koundé supported them to escape Bilbao's pressure. That side caused problems all night, and even though Nico Williams was waiting there, he never really got the chance to hurt the team. Those flank triangles, Koundé, Fermín, Lamine, and Balde, Olmo, Ferran, were Flick's direct answer to how opponents started outplaying Barça and destroying them with wide overloads and diagonal passes. I have good news. I think Flick has found a structure that works for the squad. He found the formula. The players understand it, and it shows in the way the entire team moves together. When the ball goes to an opponent's winger, Barcelona's defenders no longer rush forward to trigger an offside trap. They stay with him, close the angle, and cut off the passing lane into the striker. At the same time, the interiors tightened the pressure, and Lamine and Ferran dropped lower to shut down the fullbacks. This is exactly how the second goal was created. Lamine and Koundé completely shut down their flank. Berchiche had no passing option and gifted the ball to Fermín. On the opposite side, Ferran made a great run and received a Trivela assist from Lamine. Close the zones, pacey counter, goal. Looks easy, right? Well, it's hours of work in training. The defensive structure paid off in other ways too. Athletic were caught offside only twice in the first half and created just 2 real chances. Flick clearly understood that the high offside trap had become more dangerous than useful and adjusted before it cost the team even more points. Barça pressed significantly better, which is why Bilbao only started creating dangerous chances towards the end of the first half. After every loss of possession, the team immediately counter-pressed. Fermín and Eric Garcia were especially good in this. They set the rhythm and direction. In fact, they organized the third goal. Eric intercepted, combined with Ferran, then played a 1-2 with Fermín, bang, 3-0. There were also fewer forced vertical balls. Barcelona played with more patience, choosing when to accelerate instead of rushing through every sequence. At times it even looked intentional, almost like the team invited Athletic to push wider and then slice through them with quick one-touch play. Bilbao committed bodies forward and Barcelona dismantled that press step by step. Opponents have adapted to Barcelona's system, and I hope it's not too early to say that, but I feel like Hansi Flick is now adapted to their adaptation. Plus, the team is gradually reaching full physical condition. The intensity is much higher. You can see it in everyone, but especially Lamine Yamal, who delivered a great match in terms of effectiveness. This is not yet his peak, but 2 sensational assists, the Trivela everyone's used to by now, plus the Messi-style slalom run and laser pass on Ferran's second goal. Ferran deserves real praise too. People criticize him all the time, but his mentality remains one of the strongest in the squad. His timing, his first touches, his movement on both goals were all top level. 9 goals already this season make him the team's top scorer. Seeing number 7 in this kind of form feels important for the months ahead. A few more observations. Fermín López not only scored and provoked Sanz's red card, he completed 35 passes with 94% accuracy. La Liga gave him man of the match, and it made sense after looking at the full picture of his performance. Lamine Yamal produced 8 dribbles, 2 assists, and was the main tool for escaping Athletic's aggressive press. His form is rising every match. Eric received a standing ovation from the stands. They even chanted his name, and he deserved every bit of it. A universal soldier who performs as a center back, as a right back, and now as a pivot. Gerard Martin made his first official start for Barça as a left center back and played very well. 97 passes at 91% accuracy, 113 touches, 5 recoveries, 4 clearances. By the way, if you want to understand these numbers the same way I do, download the Barcelona Live app. It gives every stat, every graph, and every match insight in a few taps. The link is in the pinned comment, and it is completely free. Then there is Rafinha. 2 months out, yet almost scored with his first touches. Having him back changes the dynamic of the attack right away. Flick also gave minutes to Pedro Fernandes and Bernal. Balde is fine and should play against Chelsea. Pedro and Frankie are also expected to return for the decisive Champions League match. All positive news. And how good was García? For the first time in 11 matches, the team kept a clean sheet. That alone describes his impact. His presence adds confidence to the entire backline. I feel very positive because I trust my players and I believe in them. We have many great footballers and we don't complain about injuries. We focus on what we have and keep working. That line echoed something from last season. No excuses, just work. Something inside Barcelona looks like it has finally clicked again. The return to Camp Nou after 2 years away, the comeback of García and Rafinha, the bright performances from Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski, the new confidence from Fermín and Eric, and Ferran Torres in unstoppable form. And soon Pedro and Frankie will be back as well. It has been a long time since so many good things arrived all at once. The entire night felt like a celebration, and you deserve it, so celebrate it for a second, okay? Drop a like if the match gave you the same feeling. Tell me in the comments what you think about this version of Hansi Flick's Barcelona. And subscribe to the channel. The preview for the Chelsea match is already on the way. Thank you for watching, have a great day.